All right, boys and girls, and now hopefully the conclusion of It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Everyone met up on the sidewalk to size up what they received. It's so embarrassing that I have to ask for extra candy for that blockhead Linus, said Lucy as she looked through her bag. Looks like I got 5 pieces of candy, and I got a chocolate bar, added Violet. I got a gummy candy, said Peppermint Patty. Charlie looked in his bag with disbelief. I got a rock. The trick or treaters worked their way through the neighborhood. After every few houses, they stopped to take stock of what they had received. Nice, exclaimed Lucy. I got 3 cookies. And I got a fudge bar, said Violet. Pack of gum, added Peppermint Patty. A rock, cried Charlie Brown. Not again. When everyone finished trick or treating, they started walking to Violet's house for the party. On their way, they passed by the pumpkin patch. Well, has the great pumpkin been by yet? Asked Violet with a smirk. You missed trick or treating, and now you're going to miss the Halloween party, said Peppermint Patty. Sally stepped forward and replied, You all think you are so smart. You just wait. The great pumpkin is going to show. Linus knows what he is talking about. With that, the kids left for Violet's house. Once at the party, everyone started to partake in the Halloween festivities. Some were carving pumpkins, while others were getting ready to bob for apples. Out of the way, said Lucy, stepping up to the barrel. Let me show you how it's done. After a few seconds, Lucy pulled her head out of the bucket, but instead of just pulling out an apple, she pulled out a beagle. Ew, cried Lucy. My lips touched dog lips. Gross. Later, at the pumpkin patch, Linus and Sally were still waiting for the great pumpkin to make an appearance. Suddenly, a rustling noise came from the middle of the pumpkin patch. They both turned toward the noise. Look! Linus cried, pointing toward the moving shadow. There it is! It's the great pumpkin! He's rising up from the pumpkin patch! Linus was so overwhelmed with excitement that he fainted. Within seconds, Linus came to and sat up. He looked around and asked, What happened? Did I faint? Did he leave us any toys? I was robbed, Sally yelled. Halloween is over, and I missed it. You kept me up all night waiting for the great pumpkin, and the only thing that came was a beagle. When the great pumpkin comes, I'll still put in a good word for you, Linus yelled to Sally, but she was gone. Oh, great pumpkin, moaned Linus, where are you? Later that night, Lucy woke up, looked at her clock, and went to check on her brother. He was not in his room, so she went outside and found him sleeping in the pumpkin patch. She picked him up, carried him home, and put him to bed. The next morning, Charlie Brown and Linus met up. Well, another Halloween is come and gone, and all I got was a bag full of rocks, said Charlie Brown. I guess the great pumpkin never showed? You just wait till next year, Charlie Brown, cried Linus. I'll sit in that pumpkin patch until the great pumpkin appears, and I'll be there. All right, boys and girls. Well, I hope you enjoyed It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, by Charles M. Schulz. Happy Halloween!